Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the amazing Psychic Liz Cross. We're doing
Okay.
a quick update video here because we got a hit. We probed Bitcoin on Tuesday morning. It is now Friday morning, and we got this week the market makers wanted to take us down to 95, 96, and here we are. So that's a hit. Liz, what do you think?
I think that I did not realize how much clout the market makers actually had. Now it's becoming clear. I like the way that you probed it on Tuesday, where you asked the question of what do the market makers want, and what does the programmer say? So it just goes to show that the market makers have a huge influence over the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when the market is fearful. And we are at extreme fear in the market right now. We are at, according to the Greed and Fear Index, we are lower than we were at the bottom of the bear market in 2022 in terms of sentiment,
Wow.
which is incredible because Bitcoin's still at 96,000 and we're lower than we were when we were at, whatever it was, 10,000. So the market definitely is irrational for sure. And it's fear.
Do
Um,
we believe that the cycle is over? I mean, I keep getting a no, but what does the TA tell you?
Oh yeah, well, that's the thing. So there's a few things that we can go off of. One is the weekly 50 SMA. I'll just take this off so we can see it more clearly. It's the green moving average here. And if we go back in time, I think I pointed this out in the last video, it held us up in the last bull market. We bounced off it here, went up, bounced off it here, went up. And at the end of the bull market, we made a new all-time high and we came down over the course of 1, 2, 3 weeks to hit the green line again, but we didn't bounce off it. But we closed below it for the first time, really. We closed below it here slightly, but this is where we had multiple candle closes below the line. It turned red, and then we came down below it, retested it, and that was it. We went into the bear market from there. And on this current bull market, we've tested it once, twice, 3 times. This is the fourth time. Last week closed above, which was good, but right now we're below it again. So we need to close above this um, over the next couple weeks. So if we don't get above this green line and hold above it over the next couple weeks, according to that metric, we will be going into a bear market. According to the metrics of the 4-year cycle, technically, if you measure in weeks like Bob Lucas does, he measures from the bottom to the top of the cycles in months. So it's a monthly cycle. So if we turn on to the monthly, this is technically week 35 that we made the high on of 127,000. This was last month. And if you go back to the previous bull market, we also put in the all-time high on a month 35. However, he does have it marked out for month 40 if we're going to have an extended cycle, which would bring us to April. But in order for that to happen, we need a strong reaction here to bring us above the previous all-time high. So that's got to happen relatively soon within the next few weeks to have a really strong move. Otherwise, we'll have what is known as a dead cat bounce. If we go back over to the weekly, the dead cat bounce, what it does is once we break the line here, we come down and we come back up, and everybody thinks we're coming back. But it's just a chance for everybody to exit their position, and then we go down. So that's what we would be expecting here. If it's a bear market, we'll come down farther and we'll come back up, retest the line, and then we'll go down. So we still have a few weeks until we would be able to confirm that that's happening. In order for us to stay bullish, we really have to first, at very least, close above this previous low here by Sunday, which is 98.2. And best case scenario, we close above 103, which is where we really need to get above this line to keep it green. And in that scenario, then you could say there's a good possibility that we just bounce off it like we have every other week that we've hit it, right? There's been a strong bounce. So that's kind of what the TA is telling me. In terms of like levels, I'm looking at this swing low from back in that March, April there for a Fibonacci retracement level. We just kissed this 0.618. This is a very important level to hold here if we're going to bounce back up. And we just missed it shy of like a few $100 on this particular chart. So this is a level that you want to hold in this area here. It goes all the way down to 92, this kind of area here. So if we can bounce off this level, like we can still go lower from here, bounce off this level, that could still take us to all-time highs again. It's going to take a while probably. But you definitely don't want to lose this. Otherwise, we're going to, 88 is the next level down, 87.
Ooh.
There's a lot of liquidity down there. But yeah, it's definitely not looking good for sure. But we have to wait until the weekly candle closes, which is a Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. And then also the monthly candle. We've got 16 days or whatever, 17 days left in this month to turn this red candle into a green candle. I mean, it's totally possible we could come all the way up to 112 in the next 16 days. That Bitcoin can totally do that. And if it does, that's going to turn the monthly green. It's a completely different story at that point. So we're watching the weekly candle closes and the monthly candle closes here very closely. But right now on the weekly, it does not look good. So it's not all over yet for confirmed, but we definitely need a strong bounce out of this area here. So let's ask the market makers and let's ask the Bitcoin programmer, do we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin in the year of 2025? So let's ask first the market makers.
Do we see an all-time high for Bitcoin in 2025? No.
Do we see a new all-time high in 2026 according to the market makers?
We see a new all-time high in 20. Oh yeah, big time.
Okay. Let's ask the Bitcoin programmer the same question. For the year of 2025, do we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin?
Do we see an all-time high for Bitcoin for the year of 2025? So the programmer is saying yes, but not that big of an all-time high.
Right. We just kind of maybe come close to it or just surpass it slightly.
Just surpass. Yeah, just slightly.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good because even if we get that far, then it's probably likely we're going to go higher. If we get all the way back up to at least close to the top, anyways. Okay, so let's ask the Bitcoin programmer for 2026. Will we see like a significant new all-time high?
See a significant new all-time high for yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's really what you want to know, right? Because if we're going into a bear market right now, the answer to that question for 2026 would be no. Because historically, 12 months, if this is the top here, then 12 months from October 2025, you will expect to see a bottom put in at some point in that time. You will not see a new all-time high in the next 12 months if this is the top, historically speaking. So that's good news. If we make a new all-time high next year at the worst case scenario, that's a signal to me that this is not the end of this current cycle, and we'll have at least a bit of an extended cycle. So it's going to be rough the next, it's probably going to be rough the next couple months because we've come so low now. It's going to take a while to build this back up, I would think. Best case scenario, I would think like within the next 4 weeks, we could, make it look bullish again. But it's probably not gonna be easy to climb out of this. Now it
Hmm.
certainly was in the past here. It took what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks to make a new all-time high after we hit the green line. Let's look back to the previous one. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 weeks, we'll call it. So I kind of expect the same thing here. Now that we've come down this low, it's going to take us probably at least, 6 to 8 weeks to probably, if we do get close to a new all-time high or, surpass it, it's going to take at least that amount of time, I would think, historically. So that kind of lines up, right? Because we're at November 14th. So 8 weeks from now is 2026. We're into 2026 at that time. So that's kind of
Hmm.
how I'm looking at it.
Okay. Well,
Um,
it's a good buying opportunity. I mean, we did a live show last night with the Bitcoin Army. I'm sure Code will post that replay on the Discord where we were asking a lot of questions. And we got for Gen Zers, right? Because Gen Zers are having a really difficult time. And I love how Code said it's Zoomers versus Boomers, right? I love that expression. But anyway, and even if people are buying in 10, 15, $20 here, whatever they can, a Bitcoin, especially the Gen Zers, those of you out there listening, or if you have Gen Z kids or Gen Z grandkids, but just buying a little bit and, here and there, going out 20, 30, 40 years, if you continue to do that, you are going to have a lot of Bitcoin and you're actually going, that's very profitable to do that. That's what one of the questions that was asked last night on that live show. And I
yeah,
thought, okay, that's something positive because money's tight right now. People don't have a lot of excess money to
no,
invest. As we can see, the markets are down. And in fact, yesterday on the Bitcoin Army live show, it was like, what's Bitcoin going to be tomorrow? And I'm thinking in my head, my logical mind's thinking, oh, surely to God, it's going to go up. It's so low right now. And the markets, are they going to be up or down? And I got down for today. So that's another hit. And then lo and behold, the markets opened about 45 minutes ago and they're tanking again.
yep,
But I did get, $10 here, $20 there over a long period of time for a Gen Zer or even the generation behind them, even if you have a very small child or a very small grandchild, giving them, gifting them a Bitcoin or giving them a Bitcoin is a big deal because going out, 40, 50 years from now, that's going to be worth a lot of money. So, yeah, what do you think about that, Mr. Photon?
I think that just in general, investing in general for someone that's super young is like the best thing you can do for their future. And not like you have to understand that very, 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 very few people think of that, think about
Mm,
that starting young. It's very good advice no matter what it is. Obviously, Bitcoin is something that it's an asset class that you can invest in that has some qualities that are above and beyond some of the other asset classes for various reasons. But even just investing in general.
mm,
And you have to also think of it, it's not just like, okay, I'm buying a little 10 to 10, $20 here and there. It's a compounding effect. Einstein said compound interest is the 10th wonder of the world or whatever. I can't remember the exact quote. But he's right when you're investing in something like Bitcoin or something else that has the ability to outpace inflation and earn you money on top of that, the money that you'd be putting aside for your children, not only is it evaporating with inflation by just sitting there in a savings account or whatever you traditionally would do that with, but you're also going to be compounding it as it goes up in price beyond the price of the cost of living going up. So you have to think of it that way. If you're planning on saving for your kids' college fund or whatever it is, right? Saving in something like Bitcoin or something that's going to outpace the cost of living, it's going to also outpace the cost of education. and everything else, right? So that's why it's so important. You have to make the connection. It's not just going to be growing in value. It's also going to be not allowing the money to evaporate with the coming inflation. And yeah, it's bad now, but it's going to get worse. So it always was important to do this, but now it's even more important, I would say.
Yeah. And don't forget that one video we did the with you and Mr. Shakespeare. We're going out into the future. Didn't we get Bitcoin was like 100x, or I can't remember, 100x versus like the S&P or whatever, which was 10x. If you remember that
I
video.
remember what I do remember is gold. We compared it to
Mm,
gold, and gold basically, yes, it goes up like crazy. However, it only keeps up more or less average over time with the cost of living going up and the cost of inflation going up. Whereas Bitcoin was also doing that, but outpacing it. So actually, you were making profit on that.
mm,
And obviously the stock market is going to go up as well. I don't remember what we got if we did that same comparison. And obviously that's, there's certain stocks that, just look at Nvidia and Palantir and stuff like that. There's stuff that can do similar things in short periods of time that Bitcoin can do. And it's not going to go anywhere, right? So there's other investments like that as well. I'm sure that will come in the future. But right now, Bitcoin is definitely something that we know is a good long-term hold.
mhm,
Just due to all the scarcity that's going to be around that. We've probed that endlessly in our previous videos. So
mm.
yeah, I mean, it looks scary right now, but that's usually the best time to buy.
Yeah,
You know?
right, right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Photon. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you explaining all of this to us. So thank you. Mr.
Yeah.
Photon does have a tip jar. Oh, there you go. Thank you. I must be psychic.
Yeah, so definitely do appreciate it if you like the videos that we do together. Definitely support us, and you can also tip in on my tip jar here on Ko-Fi.com. It's in the comment section below. I offer crypto consults as well to give you the education so that you can do that investing, hopefully to save some money in the future and outpace inflation. So I'm teaching you the why and the how of how to do that and to keep yourself safe at the same time. So if you're day one, I can hold your hand. If you're more advanced, I have something for you there as well. So you can reach out to my email at digitalfreedomtactics@protonmail.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.